good morning, everyone. My name is Rowena. I'm the nutritionist at Las Vegas Urban League WIC.
And my name is Samaj J. Bruce. I'm the IBCLC here at the Las Vegas Urban League WIC.
We are
The Culture Club.
Alrighty. Today we want to talk to you about eating healthy on a budget. So first, what does eating healthy mean? There are many definitions or a couple different definitions of eating healthy, and it varies on an individual's health and goal. Eating healthy means following a healthy eating pattern that includes a variety of nutritious foods and drinks. It also means getting the number of calories that's right for you, meaning not eating too much or too little.
So, how can we eat on a healthy budget, Rowena?
Alrighty, so I have a couple tips for you today. So number one would be plan. Before you do groceries, plan out the recipes for the week. This helps you buy only what you need for that week. Doing this also helps you eat healthy because you have something prepared already and you're not in a rush to get fast food because you're hungry. It helps you save money and eat healthy. So number two, shop with a list. Making a list ahead of time helps you shop only your needs and makes the process faster and cheaper because you're not purchasing things impulsively. It also helps you not forget items, and we don't want to forget items because it can throw off your recipes and make you waste time and gas coming back to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, we definitely don't want to waste money on our gas.
No.
All right. Also, consider buying things in bulk. When it comes to dry goods, they have a longer shelf life, and it's typically cheaper overall if you buy it in bulk. And another tip would be don't shop when you're hungry. I don't know how many of you can relate, but when you go to the store hungry, you're more likely to stray away from your list and buy something impulsively because you're hungry and junk food looks good. So
Guilty.
Me too. All right. And another tip would be buy items that are on sale. If you notice a staple ingredient you use on a great sale, stock up, which can take you away from your list a little bit, but it saves you money in the long run.
Mm.
And then number 5 would be buy produce that's in season. Local produce that's in season is generally cheaper than out of season options. It also usually it's at its peak, so in both nutrients and flavor. Produce that's not in season has to often be transported from far away to get to the store, which isn't good for either you, the environment, or your budget. If you buy more than you need, you can freeze it or just incorporate it to the meal plan for the upcoming week. All right, number six, buy frozen or canned foods like vegetables and fruits. Eating frozen and or canned vegetables and fruits is a healthy alternative. Buying frozen or canned can help you not waste food because these items last longer, which helps you save money because if you didn't have a chance to eat it, you can just reseal it in a bag and put it back in your freezer. It's shelf stable, and especially like living in Vegas, the heat it can spoil your food faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be a great alternative for you. But while doing that, always make sure you read your labels. Read your labels with everything, but especially when you're buying frozen or canned foods. If you're reading your labels, look for something that says 100% like fruit juice or no sugar added, or make sure it's not in syrup and it's in water. So those signs will be on there as well. And then look for something that says low sodium on there, or just read the sodium levels. And another tip, which would be coupon. This is the oldest trick in the book, but it works. It's a great way to cut down on our grocery bills, especially now that you can sign up for retailers online. You can coupon on apps. I know Walgreens has on their website the way you can coupon. And then one of the most popular websites would be coupons.com. But there are many other websites you can look for if you just put couponing online for groceries. All right. And another tip would be using apps such as myplate.gov. It'll show you different tips and healthy eating tips and like budgeting things you can see on there. And last thing would be buying store brands or generic foods, which can help you save up to 20-30%, which adds up at the end of the year. It might seem like a couple cents right now, but things add up. So
That's cool.
All
Cool.
right.
I hope one day you go into more detail about couponing. So I've
Okay.
always wanted to learn, but it just looks like a lot of tedious things.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I share some things about breastfeeding and how breastfeeding saves some money, right? Breastfeeding. So breastfeeding saves money in a multitude of ways. But first, let's take a look at the special qualities human milk has, which allows it to be so beneficial and economical. What do you think this component is, Rowena? And I'll give you a hint. It fights against bacterial growth.
Antibodies.
That's right. Antibodies. Human milk contains antibodies that attack bacterial growth, which means it helps provide our babies with optimal immunity properties to fight off the elements that they are now exposed to after birth. This happens all while it's working to preserve itself, which helps it last longer. For instance, human saliva, has bacteria, and if left in a perfect environment, bacteria will grow and fester into things we just don't want our infants exposed to. Supplements do not have the same fighting tools as human milk does. Therefore, it is recommended that supplements that have been exposed to an infant's mouth has a lifetime of about 1 to 2 hours. After that, what remains in an unfinished serving should be thrown out, and this measure is in place for the safety of our infants. However, human milk fights bacterial growth. So if nursing directly from the breast, milk is being served sterile, perfectly clean. Talk about fresh food, right? And it's free. So if pumped and stored, human milk is viable 4 to 5 hours in a cool room temperature of about 78 degrees or cooler. 5 to 7 days if you place it in the back of the fridge where the temperature stays most consistent. Never in the door because it fluctuates when we open the fridge, when family goes in and out of the fridge and freezer. And then about 3 to 6 months in your freezer with your regular freezer at the top. When stored in deep freezing temperatures, however, this is when you have that separate freezer some moms will invest in to store lots and lots of milk, and this is where the temperature gets in the negative degrees. So human milk preserved in at least negative degrees or -4 degrees or cooler can be preserved 6 months to a year. You know how much money you can save in a year?
Tell me.
Right? So when one thinks about the cost of formula, it's astonishing how much money can be saved. Money is also saved by less to no bottle usage, or if exclusively breastfeeding, there are no purchases of formula supplements or special water to mix it with. The Breastfeeding Magazine states the average family spends about $1,500 for the first year on formula alone. Some babies who require special formula can be over $400 a month. Some of this cost is alleviated when participating in a program like WIC, ours. But because WIC is a supplemental program, there is a limit to the amount of formula that is provided. So if the supply runs out, there is an out-of-pocket expense until benefits reload. So here at WIC, we highly encourage families to provide as much human milk as possible, or to provide as much as they can if they are a family who chooses to do both breastfeeding and a formula feed.
Right.
When we provide human milk to our babies, we are boosting the immunity of our little ones, which means there are less doctor visits, co-pays, right? Those are annoying. Less time away from school, work. So consider the money saved when avoiding lost wages if we have to miss a day or two of work. Some employers are providing time and space for lactating parents to pump while at work. And when we have to be away from our baby, we will need to pump and hand express. But guess what? Pumps can be a tax deductible, At a recent IRS ruling, breastfeeding equipment just made this expense tax deductible. So that's cool. So if you have the ability to use your medical flexible spending account, things like that, to pay for them, great. Some families also request breast pumps from their insurance provider if the benefit, if the provider benefits if this benefit is provided to them through their memberships. There we go.
Tongue twister.
Right. If one is participating in a government-funded program like WIC, a variety of pumps are made available to participants here for free with lactation assessments, guidance, and support. So if you or anyone you know can benefit from WIC support or would like to know more information about the information we discussed today, please reach out to us and contact us on our website, wiclv.org. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you. See you guys next time.
Yeah. Have a blessed week.
Bye.